In the rapidly expanding cannabis market, THCa flower has emerged as both a hot trend and a legal gray area. Considered hemp under the 2018 Farm Bill, THCa products offer effects nearly identical to traditional marijuana when smoked or vaped, while technically remaining legal in some states. But with popularity comes confusion and potential risks. Whether you're wondering how THCa is legal, how it compares to THC, or how to avoid fake or unsafe products, we're breaking it all down so you can make safer, more informed decisions. Before we dive in, welcome. We're Transparency, powered by the Bunk Please. We've been advocating for, innovating, and educating the public on drug test kits over the last 13 years. If you're interested in harm reduction, drug education, and uncovering the truth, hit subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, and drop us a like or a comment. Let's start with the basics. THCa stands for tetrahydrocannabinolic acid, the raw, non-psychoactive version of THC. On its own, THCa doesn't get you high. When you heat it, by smoking, vaping, or cooking, it converts it into THC in a process called decarboxylation. That's when it becomes psychoactive and delivers the high you'd expect from cannabis. So, to answer the question, does THCa get you high? If you're eating it raw, no. If you're smoking or vaping it, absolutely. Here's where things get messy. Under the 2018 Farm Bill, hemp is federally legal as long as it contains less than 0.3% delta-9 THC by dry weight. But here's the loophole. THCa isn't delta-9 THC. So technically, products with high THCa levels can pass as legal hemp, even though they turn into regular THC when heated. Some states have cracked down and closed this loophole, while others haven't. That's why you'll find THCa flowers sold openly in some places and banned in others. It's a gray area. With THCa's growing popularity, there's another problem: an increase in fake, laced, or contaminated weed. While identifying cannabis solely based on what you can see and smell is not a thorough harm reduction method, there are some red flags to look out for. Let's start with smell. Fake or laced weed often has a chemical, artificial, or fishy odor, not that classic herbal or citrusy cannabis scent. Next, taste. A sharp, metallic, or chemical taste is a warning sign. And lastly, appearance. Synthetic weed or laced products can look too moist, too dry, or unnaturally uniform. Remember, you can't always spot fake weed just by looking or smelling. If something feels off, the best thing you can do is get it tested. At the end of the day, THCa flower is chemically identical to weed once it's heated. The only difference is how it's labeled and regulated before you smoke it. But legally, it's murky. Some states regulate THCa based on what it becomes when heated, but others care only about the raw numbers. So if you're buying or traveling with THCa, always check your local laws. The cannabis market is growing fast, and it's confusing, so here's how to stay safe. Test your cannabis. Use something like the Cannabis Q-Test Kit from bunkpolice.com to verify THC or THCa potency in flower, extracts, or vapes. For more in-depth results, you can mail in a sample to our lab for analysis at transparencytesting.com. Buy from reputable sources. Look for clear labels, third-party certificates of analysis, and brands you can research. Watch for red flags. If it smells or tastes weird, trust your gut and get it tested. If you found this helpful, hit subscribe and follow for more harm reduction info and drug education. Staying informed is the best way to protect yourself in this fast-moving market. Want to know what's really in your cannabis? We've got you covered. You can test THCa or THC products at home with our Cannabis Q-Test Kit at bunkpolice.com, or send samples into our certified lab for detailed potency analysis. And remember, when it comes to what you're consuming, don't guess, test.